Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm hanging out at Universal Studios Hollywood to not only give you an update on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, but a bunch of other things happening at the park because there's a lot happening. Universal is always doing something and we have a lot to go over this week. So how about you and I dive right in. Well, there sure is a lot of people walking into the park today. It is a Monday at the time of making this video. And yeah, there's still a lot of people trickling in at noon, 12:06 to be exact. You can see right there, King Kong is decked out for the holiday season. Doesn't he just look so cute? Yeah, and if you didn't already notice, King Kong isn't the only thing decked out. The rest of City Walk has decorations scattered about. So as we make our way into the park, I'm sure we'll see a lot more. Oh yeah, all the usual suspects when it comes to the City Walk decorations have been showing up too. Not really seeing anything new. And then over here at the Universal Studios store, it's all decked out for Grinchmas. Okay, we can head back to City Walk in just a moment. Let's head inside the theme park to see what's going on. Made it through security. Now up here in the front of the park, they don't have any of the Christmas decorations just yet, but they do have the misters on because it's like 112 degrees in November here in Southern California. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, these are coming in clutch right now. Oh, there goes a flare for Waterworld. We've had a few things from Epic Universe pop up here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and here's yet another one. This one is a little keychain from How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. Oh, and it looks like the Minions display is all ready to go for the holidays. So we got some mugs, some t-shirts. Oh wow, they have a big holiday display on the other end of the Universal Studios store, closest to the Starbucks. Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights is gone, but there might be some leftovers, which I'm gonna try to find for you, just in case a few of you are wondering if a lot of that stuff is like 90% off. I actually really like this Spirit jersey. Look at that, $85 for the Always Naughty Spirit jersey. Okay, I'm not seeing any Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm missing it. Oh wait, here we go. It's over here. Five Nights at Freddy's, which is still full price. We have some classic monster stuff over here. You know what? Maybe all of the HHN stuff did disappear because I'm not even seeing anything else. It's all just Five Nights at Freddy's and then classic Universal monster stuff. And then we have some year-round Chucky things as well. And just one more thing before I continue on with the rest of the park. They have a bunch of Wicked for Good merchandise, including this really cool Spirit jersey. There's a better look at it right here. This is $85, just like the Grinchmas one. That's what the back looks like. And there's the front. They're going to sell so much of this stuff, and you know what? I think this is going to be Universal's next billion-dollar movie. And look at this, we have some candles, so you know we got to smell both of them. What's this one? This is a cherry blossom bubble. Okay. Ooh, this one smells really good. Oh wow, look at this jacket. This is actually really cool. I love that. Super simple. The awesome flying monkey on the back. And that's actually a really good blue. It's like a royal blue. I dig it. It's probably $800 million, so let's check the price. I was close, it's $100. Oh yeah, it is busy today. I was checking the wait times and all the big heavy hitters in the park are roughly 65 minutes and up. So that's pretty crazy. Oh, look at this. We have the Grinchmas tree going in. Got a big giant crane in the plaza. Moving on to Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift really quickly since I'm at the front of the building. You can see that they've been aging the entrance archway. So that's looking really good. They covered up the letters as painting continues. So I'm sure that'll be done here in the next few days. Moving back to Grinchmas really quick though. Yeah, here's your look at the stage going in. Again, the tree is being installed. I'm sure they'll finish that up either tonight or into tomorrow. And at the time of making this video, they roughly have 10 days to complete the plaza and everything they need to do, including rehearsals on stage. As Grinchmas opens up November 21st and runs every day all the way up until January 4th, I believe. And then look at this, across the way, when two holidays collide, they're taking apart Monstrose 3. I'm wondering what we're going to be getting next year. I don't know. I hope it's something a little different than Monstrose. I feel like 3 Monstrose mazes is good, and then we could switch up we could switch this up. We can do maybe some different cultures. That would be very interesting. I've been advocating for a Japanese maze. That would be pretty fun. Okay, I've made it to the lookout. Let's see what's going on today at Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Might be lunchtime, so I don't know if I'm going to capture any testing right now. It's usually what the deal is around this time of day. They'll go on lunch and then they'll start sending the train here in the next couple hours, because they are doing daily cycle testing, which is awesome. I love to see it. We're inching that much closer to the grand opening, which is sometime in 2026. The company still hasn't revealed the exact opening date. I always get that as like my number one question. Yeah, we don't know when this thing is going to open aside from the 2026 timeframe. What I do notice right off the bat is that they're preparing for the rain coming to SoCal here in the next couple days. And then off in the distance near the dive loop, they've been making some pretty good progress on the scream shield right there. They've been piecing it together off-site, or not off-site, but in the surface lot right here. And then when they have a pretty decent chunk ready to go, they'll lift it up with the crane and put it into place. So yeah, moving along nicely on that end of the layout. I'm sure here in the next few weeks, the skeletal structure of that will be done, and then they'll move on to installing those glass panels. Yeah, maybe in a little bit we'll capture some testing. I did get a video a couple days ago of the train making its way through the layout, which was amazing. And I'm also getting the question of, will it start to spin? Yeah, the spinning, I'm sure will, like that testing will begin here in the next few weeks or so. I'm sure they're going to get through all of the preliminary stuff first, and then they'll start programming the spinning. Because yeah, this coaster will in fact have a controlled spin, very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, or Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. You can also see on the right-hand side of me that they're still refurbing the Super Silly Funland splash area. So I'm sure this will be turned on here soon. With how hot it's been lately, yeah, they should be turning this thing on now. It's ridiculous right now. This is crazy. Let's head inside the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift gift shop, aka 101 Exchange. I think they have some new stuff in here. Yeah, they have a bunch of Fast and Furious merchandise in here. They've gotten rid of all of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, so that's all gone. Oh wow, look at this jacket. This is pretty insane. How much is this? $90. Wow, it's cheaper than the Wicked jacket. They still don't have ride-specific merchandise. They just have like a lot of generic Fast and Furious stuff, but I'm sure as we get a little closer to the grand opening of Hollywood Drift, we're going to start seeing some more. But they do have more Fast and Furious merch available in general, which is nice to see in this gift shop. Now here on the other side of the building, we cannot see the train. It's actually in the station. It's just tucked back there a little bit. Yeah, still hoping for some testing. We do have some crew members walking the track, so obviously they're not going to do anything right now. But yeah, maybe in the next 45 minutes or so, we'll see some action. Around the corner, things are looking the same. Yeah, I'm still really disappointed in this outdoor queue. I just don't think that there's a lot of queue on the inside of the building. I think we are only in there for a little bit. We walk right up into the load and unload, and then we're on the ride, which is great. But at the same time, it would have been nice for some more shade out here. I mean, this is, I don't know. With all the rumors going around that Universal's going to acquire Warner Brothers, they could have spent the extra money to maybe get some larger shade sails out here. Come on, guys. Aside from that, the Scream Shield construction is looking really nice over here. Oh, people are so excited they're screaming. But hey, not too much screaming, because they still have this center section to put up, and then eventually all of the glass. Now that we've seen the coaster test, we've gotten a really good idea at how quickly we're going to be going through this last inversion right here, this like inline twist / corkscrew element into the brake run. Now, I think we're going to go a little bit faster than what we've been seeing lately, but just at its current speed, I think this finale right before the brake run is going to be incredible. I think this is going to give us some incredible forces leading up into the brakes. Very similar to Velocicoaster. I think this is going to be a doozy. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful element, a beautiful finale. to what I think will be a really, really fun roller coaster. Off in the distance there, you can see a really good angle of the Scream Shield going in, and it wraps around the track quite a bit, a lot more than I had originally thought it was going to do. So that will in itself make for a pretty fun moment in the coaster. Here's a good look at the sound wall, and it's almost done. They've gotten to the end of it here when it comes to applying that vinyl finish, which I'm not the biggest fan of either. I was really hoping for some cool theming around this area of the coaster, but yeah, we didn't get anything. Yeah, I'm surprised the wall didn't go further up towards the escalators. I guess we'll see what they end up doing here in the next few months, but I believe this is it. I don't think they're going any further with the structural steel. And another thing I'm curious about is what they're going to do with the staircase. Let me zoom in. So right now they just have that railing that goes up, but when the coaster's open and we're doing daily operation, I wonder if they're going to put a clear wall up like what we have up here to prevent people from doing anything silly. I have a feeling they're gonna do something, because that staircase is really close, and during testing they block it off. People can't walk up and down those stairs. Okay, I'm gonna make my way down to the lower lot to check up on Super Nintendo World and a few other things to see if some decorations have popped up. But here's your look down into the all new surface lot area. And Jason, this is one of my favorite haunted houses this season at Halloween Horror Nights, and yeah, as you can see, they're taking it all apart and they're gonna put it all in storage. I wonder what's going to happen here next season. Okay, I've officially made it down to the lower lot. I do not see the Christmas tree next to Isla Nublar, and I'm not really noticing anything else other than some of the lights on top of some of the buildings. So we have some Christmas lights right there. We still have a lot of the leftover HHN lighting, which they will probably use for the holidays as well. We have one more stop down here. That is Super Nintendo World. Usually they decorate that. So let's see if they started the Super Nintendo World decorations. It's also very odd that it's busy because the holidays haven't officially started or anything like that, but man, it's crowded today. Okay, inside Super Nintendo World, they haven't started decorating just yet, so maybe here in the next couple days, those decorations will go up. Now I've made my way back down to where the entrance of Jurassic World is, and the view looking back up towards Hollywood Drift is pretty amazing, because it just goes to show how large the coaster is. I mean, it dominates the skyline when you look back up towards the upper lot. This is going to be so cool when the coaster is actually, doing its normal operation day to day. Okay, and there it goes. It's testing, so we should get a little glimpse of it going through the dive loop. That was so funny. I saw it just out of the corner of my eye. Let's see if I can capture it down here. I should be able to, because if it's just like the previous couple days, they'll stop the train on that LSM launch right before the stall. There she is. How cool. Okay, I've made it to the bottom of the very first escalator as you're making your way down to the lower lot. And I was able to capture the Hollywood Drift train making its way through the course from different angles. And again, just like I had talked about in the previous video, this roller coaster looks so good. And I can't wait to see all of the different cars, because right now they just have the test train out with the same car, that Dodge Charger, I believe it is. So the other trains will have different cars on them. So eventually, as we get a little closer to opening, that's going to be really fun to watch. Okay, I've made it back to the lookout, seeing if I could capture the train, go through the layout here in the next few moments, since they have resumed testing. Would be kind of cool to get a couple shots of it from this angle. Yeah, this is some of my favorite things to do, is just to watch brand new roller coasters test. I actually travel around the world and just watch them test. I don't even ride them. I spend a lot of money to watch them test. They're like, hey, do you want to ride it? I'm like, no, I'm good. And there she goes. I was standing in the shade, so that's why I didn't capture the first little bit of it. But every time I see this thing go through the course, it just sounds so smooth. And again, just like I was saying earlier, they're not doing the spinning just yet. That'll happen in probably a couple weeks. Now, what I've been seeing it do is actually go right through the LSM area here. Yeah, see, there it goes. So they're not doing that swing launch test like they were doing a couple days ago. Sorry that my camera was not focused right there. I still don't think that this is full speed through some of the elements. Maybe a couple things it's 100% where they want it. How fun. I'm gonna have to time it to see how long the ride length is. Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna add like maybe 5 seconds to the clip here, and that'll tell me how long the coaster is. Velocicoaster is roughly 1 minute and 7 seconds, I think. So yeah, I'm really curious what this one's gonna be. I really can sit and watch this all day. It's so much fun. Especially as a coaster enthusiast, like you just live for these moments. If you're at the park here in the next few weeks or so, definitely take a little bit of time out of your day to watch this thing go through the course. Okay, we're at about 47 seconds of this clip. Again, traveling a little slower than what I think it's gonna do during normal operation. Okay, so it hit the brake around about 1 minute. So honestly, it might be the same length as Velocicoaster, which is great. And there it goes again. I keep missing the first half. Again, it's really hard to tell from this angle because I can't see around the corner. I wonder if right there we're gonna spin like towards the ground, you know? Like as we come off of the block brake, we'll spin towards the ground and then maybe go in reverse or something. And then right here, I wonder like what direction we're gonna be spinning in. Guess we'll find out here very soon. And look at that, that's actually a really quick return. The drive tires are pushing that thing very, very fast. Just goes to show again how much power is in those tiny little motors underneath the track. Those are the drive tires right there. Okay, I think they're on another break, so I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. I got plenty of footage, some really cool stuff happening at the Lookout, and just walking around the park, getting those amazing views of the testing. But let's make our way into the Animation Studio store to see what kind of merch they got over there. Okay, so in here we have a lot of the Grinchmas merchandise, which just remembered that I should probably go over to the other side as well because they had a bunch of other things besides that Spirit jersey that I saw. But I always love what they do with the Grinch. They actually do some pretty cool stuff. And they have a lot of ornaments available, so you can deck your tree out. Oh, we have another Spirit jersey over here. Look at this. This is like the classic monsters. That is so cool. Oh, heck yeah. What does it say on the back? Silent Fright? Oh, I love that. That is like my type of Spirit jersey right there. And for my Jurassic Park fans and Jurassic World fans, they have you covered this holiday season with another Spirit jersey for $85. Let's see what's on the back. Jingle Roars. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if a certain somebody from Dueling Park News is picking up all this stuff. And we can't forget about the Hello Kitty merchandise. They have a few holiday items as well, including this stocking. We have a long sleeve tee and, of course, the Loungefly bags. Or actually, no, this is not Loungefly. This is just a regular Universal Studios backpack, but it looks like a Loungefly bag for $75. Okay, let's jump back over here to see what else I missed. Let's see what's also on the other end of the Wicked display. There might be some more on the other side here, which, yes, there is. They have a few things, including some Lego sets and this little creature. Okay, here's the rest of the holiday stuff. Okay, I've never seen them do a Shrek or Jaws Spirit jersey. I actually really like that. That's fun. Okay. We're doing pretty good so far with the Spirit jersey. They actually went really hard with the Spirit jerseys this year. Look at how many they have. And of course we have some pajamas that you could wear on Christmas Day or whenever. You know, you could wear them at the park. You could wear them to the DMV. I mean, whatever. You know, it's your life. You could live it however you want. We have some long sleeves over here, some t-shirts. Of course, you can't forget about the slippers. I actually really like a lot of the pins that they have this year. This one's cool for $13. They always, I've said this a million times in my Universal update videos, but I think Universal has some pretty good pricing on a lot of their pins. Like this one's only $11, and it's got like a little moving element to it. That's not a bad deal. They're probably going to sell a boatload of these for the holiday season. $27 for that one, and same price for that. I think this is one of my favorite items, though. I kind of dig that. Yeah, I dig it. I love the old school cartoon drawing on the back. And you know what, since we're at it, let's head over to feature presentation where they're still hosting Wicked, which, side note, there's Glinda over there. Yeah, they should have a bunch of stuff in the Wicked shop. Wow, look at that Spirit jersey of Emerald City. Ooh, I don't know if I like that more than the purple one. Okay. Yeah, they're going really crazy with the Wicked stuff because they also know that they're about to make $1 trillion on this film. I'm actually going to go see it opening day, so I'm super stoked, which is a big rarity for me. I really don't go to the movie theaters often because I'm just not really a big fan of a lot of new movies. But Wicked, when I saw that last year, I was really impressed. Okay, that's pretty much all the excitement happening on the inside of the park. Let's finish it up at City Walk. There are a few more things that I have to check out before I wrap it up, including the surface lot, the Woody Woodpecker lot construction. Okay, I've made my way over to Raising Cane's, and look at the display that has been revealed over here. This is crazy. I thought this was just gonna be an extended seating area up there, but no. It's like a Las Vegas Boulevard display. That's nuts. Here's your look at the Christmas tree here at City Walk. And it's all themed to Wicked for the all-new movie coming out, Wicked for Good. And they also have decked out the front of the Universal Cinema with that marketing as well. Yeah, it's going to be a big movie. Are you going to check it out? Go ahead and comment down below. Okay, and last but not least, here is your latest look at the new security check that's going in right next to Jurassic parking. Yeah, it's kind of looking the same from my last visit. The noticeable thing that I can just see right off the bat is this right here, the addition of all of this structural steel. But besides that, good progress, but nothing earth-shatteringly different this week. Well, you know what? I think that's going to wrap it up for Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these updates from Universal or some of your other favorite theme parks, well, you should consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week that you won't want to miss out on. Be sure to check out my second channel, my Instagram account, and my X account. All of those links will be down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.